All right, let's get down to brass tacks, man. So I got that Presto yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to the people. Um, it's phenomenal. It is very good. It is so good that he dropped something today, and good job, Presto. So I had to order another one. Gotta support. Um, yeah, this I was really blown away by this. So let's. I know I usually do unboxings, and usually I say I'm gonna do a review. And usually I don't get around to it, but I just couldn't. Once this was set up, I mean, you could see like the Daytonas don't look um, grimy because I put it over a piece of tape, and I don't know. I'm just kind of anal about wheels. I try to clean them up before I go to bed, but yeah, this is very good. Very good. Good job, Presto. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it, but in the process, I had to buy another one. Right? Not that I need another one, but I have three popsicles, and then he released the some shape decks. So there you go, hand shaped stone, 32.5. That's right in my ballpark. So yeah, I mean it just made sense. Um, I really like this deck a lot, and I will try to explain it the best that I can. Um, because usually I like really low boards, and this is this is low if you're used to like a beast pants or like a flat face. If that is your route, um, by all means enjoy it. Uh, it's not my cup of tea, but so here we go. This is again the dumb one. Just look at that, dude. This shit looks. This shit screams fun, right? If you go to this is gonna be the Presto. It's gonna be a little bit higher. I wouldn't say like crazy because, and especially when you ride it, you kind of figure it out. First off, this nose is long, but I digress. The nose makes sense, right? Like it's just not long for any reason. Like it works. I like it. I like it a lot, especially for Switch. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I'm doing Switch tricks or fakie tricks, like if the board's backwards, fuck it. I just run it. Um, and usually that's why I like the dumb one because it's like kind of like a twin tail where the the wheelbase is elongated, but the nose and the tail are kind of like if you were to buy like a reel, like an Ashad reel. It's usually twin tail, so like doesn't matter how you skate it, you'll be all right. Um, yeah, so usually, and this is the 34. I know I show this all the time. I'm sorry that it's not fucking shredded to pieces, guys. I'm sorry that if it hurts your fucking feelings, but yeah, this is a gem. It's a 34. It's a little bit too big for me, so I don't use it. Um, but I love it. I do. I love all my dumb ones. I'm a connoisseur of the dumb ones. I want them all, right? and I won't stop until I have them. But on the other scale, we got the Presto. And yesterday when I was unboxing it, I even went as far as like these these are good. These are very good. I haven't used them enough to say that they're better than dumb ones. Um, Let me stop lying to you guys. I do like dumb ones more. Um, and I said these, like, this Presto was better than the Catfish Barbecue Saltwater. I don't know. I don't know. I think the craftsmanship of this is at that level of Catfish Barbecue. But when you use, I mean, you could buy like a fucking steep mold from Catfish Barbecue. If you're gonna lock in and just ride low molds, um, I think the Catfish Barbecue Saltwater. I don't even think I know. Um, is going to be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more fun. Truthfully, I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want to land every fucking trick, and if you just want it to be easy, for me, it's like if you pick up a fingerboard and then you're just doing shit and everything is copacetic, I would lose interest on that shit really quickly. So I try to make it as difficult as possible and as scale as possible. So I like dumb ones. I like catfish saltwaters. And the saltwater really made me look at this in a different way because this does have a long wheelbase, but the way the kicks are projected, like it's not super aggressive. I don't know, it just makes sense. So let's talk about first off, let's talk about these BRTs because right out of the box they fucking sucked. I ain't gonna lie to you, they fucking sucked. Um, the tuning that was in it was horrible. The orange bushings, that CD player, dude. I just want to meet this guy in fucking real time, just to just to pick his brain. But yeah, the bushings fucking sucked. These orange bushings that just, I don't know. It might be a coincidence, but they just kind of resemble independent bushings that happen to be orange. I don't know. Wild. But yeah, they fucking suck. I'm trying to get one out to show you, but they're so fucking hard. I'm like trying to dig it out of this because this is the gem box. Yeah, the if you buy BRTs, if you are running these, I already know. I already know. Look out. Don't pay attention because those suck. They're not good. They aren't. And I will go as far to say I put Zane shit tuning on this, and I mean I had to. I mean I tried to loosen them up, and they were just falling apart. Like I was riding the fuck out of this, and they were falling apart. I mean nothing wrong with the board at all, but the trucks I mean I just couldn't get them loose enough to be comfortable. I mean because BRTs are pretty hefty. Like not so hefty like they're unusable, but it's solid. It's a solid setup. Like if you put some BRTs on a board, that bitch is gonna work. Um, yeah. So we put some Zane shit on there, and I took all the washers out except the washer that is right under the kingpin. So, and they, I don't know, I don't know. They feel like the orange ones, but I can I can get them to like right at the lock nut, like where the actual material is, where it's locked in, and I can loosen it to that exact amount. Where the orange ones, those fucking suck. I don't like those at all. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not. So here's an interesting thing, dude. Shout out, not cool. Um, and Doctor M. Yeah, this board is just too good to fuck up. Um, yeah, it sometimes it's just like that. But you can see on these bushings, they're blue. And I don't even know when I picked these up. I don't even want to look at my pay history because, but, but here we go. So these are, and I think this is like an educational purpose for the masses that are fingerboarders. Dude, look how good these look. These are flawless. Mm, mm, mm. Dude, I love oaks. And these kind of, they're like, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing, like, $80 is $80, but if shit's gonna look like this, I'd rather just buy Levi's. But $80 on this, I would rather spend, right? I mean, that looks fucking gnarly. Um, and then also just like, I'm not a fucking super nerd. So I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could do your research and see what Black Rivers these are. Uh, but yeah, I haven't done anything to them, and I don't ever ride them. Um, but they are they're good. They're good. I mean, they're just fucking good. Whereas when you move on to this, like this shit is, I don't like it. And I shouldn't say I don't like it. I just don't think, I know it should be a little bit better. I shouldn't have to swap bushings and compare it to something that is a decade older. That's kind of crazy, but I digress. And the pivot cup system that they use is fucking stupid. It is. I mean, you could always be like FB Christopher and just remove the base plates, or not the base plates, but the pivot cups, and just like completely fuck your trucks up. But at that point, I mean, you could just run tech deck trucks and just do that for $3 and just throw it in a Dremel and reshape it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a pro, but it makes more sense to do that. But yeah, Um, so I know I'm talking a lot of shit on these BRTs, and I am because I can, because I bought them. But I will tell you, I really do like them. I like them more than the Dynamics. It's a hot take, but I don't give a shit. It doesn't shorten the wheelbase too much for me personally. Um, like I said, right when that board was set up, I mean, there was no putting it down until it was nighttime, right? It was time to go to sleep. But I feel like this looks way better. I mean, I definitely understand. I mean, this shit looks good too. Way better than Dynamics. Oh, I don't even want to put the dumb one out here. But if you can see. And then, like, right here, what I was talking about, like right over here, right next to where the pivot cup is, that is where that imperfection is. You could see it right there. And it will be on this one too. Not so much on this one. Oh, you can see it right there. It almost looks like a phantom truck where it's like all fucking crazy. But if you look at the earlier stages, like that shit is not there at all. Like that wasn't a process. And yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on the Dr. M and not cool FB. I'm just gonna leave it there because they seem to be great. I know they're great. But as far as like aesthetics, these work great. They do. They just do. Um, they're a little bit more heavier than Dynamics, which I like, especially with the Daytonas, because, and let me just explain this to you. So, 5 ply, not cool, Dr. M collab. You got PRT 2.0s, right? It's already pretty heavy. And then you have Oak RV2s on here, right? So like, if you look, if you were to look like side by side, you have big wheels, high truck profile, mellow decks. That's what we want to see. Good job, Tommy. Um, but I think there's an argument to be made about plastic wheels versus urethane. And I mean, if you want every single thing to screech, buy urethane. Um, but urethane's not smooth. Like out of the box, you shouldn't want it to be smooth. Like you have to break them in. You got to route them. The rounding has to come around. It's a scale thing, so I mean, come on now, like get it together. Just think about it. Like if you were to cut that out and throw it on a router or a sanding table and actually smooth it out in a whole cylinder and then cut it and then taper it, yeah, dude, you got me fucked up. Yeah, so if you're buying urethane wheels, always remember that it takes a little bit more patience and a little bit more time So, like, if you're buying Oaks, especially Oak Minis, they're not going to be perfect. They aren't. No wheel is going to be perfect. Um, Here's a very good representation because we have the dumb one here. These are flat faces, and these wheels are great. They are phenomenal. They are smooth as butter. These are your good old Daytonas, big boys, 8 millimeters. Um, so I would say probably about the same size as the RB2Bs, and these are super smooth too. They're not as smooth as a flat face, but they look way better. They just do. G4s, fuck that. I don't want that. Um, I'm just not a I'm not a flat face guy. Like if I'm gonna buy a flat face, I'm gonna buy dual duros or some shit that no one's really buying. Um, yeah, I'd rather support something like this because these work and they work very good and they're big, but they're not like so big where they're cumbersome. They just work with at least the setup that I have it on right now. It makes sense with the kicks, the wheelbase. Just it's very good. It's very good. So I do think that at least for me, um, and this might just be a fucking rant. I like I like the BRTs. I do. I'm gonna have to throw it on something that is very long. I might have to throw it on like a false alarm and see if it like really negates the long wheelbase that much where it's noticeable. But I have not thrown dynamics on here. I don't want to because I don't want to fucking take apart shit. Um, no, I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? It's silly to do that. I am honestly very impressed with this board. I mean, I really am because it really doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me if the board is great or not. I have plenty of great boards, but I want to support people in their art direction. But it's kind of crazy when you support and shit is great, and this is very good. This is very good, like incredibly good. So, I mean, you already saw it. We had to get another one. So let's just run it through real quick in case you just want like a thumbnail of if it's good or not. There you go. There's your uh, there's your mold, and it looks very good. It looks appeasing. It doesn't look too low, but it doesn't look like Mike Schneider forgot to cut his fucking hair and was just like, you know what, rocket kick it. No, yeah, this one looks good. I like it. And if you're a fan of Mike Schneider and Flatface, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. That's just whack. Um, Truthfully, the Daytonas, they're kind of like a wild card. They are. Because I have a lot of urethane wheels. I really don't have a lot of plastic wheels. Most of my plastic wheels are from your Lord and Savior, Mike Schneider, and they're great. I mean, I can't hate on that. I can't hate on his craftsmanship because it is fucking good. I mean, it just is. So I have to take a step back. I mean, I can't roast him. He is goated. Um, I don't. In my personal experience, I've never had a plastic wheel that is this size. So I think I've seen. I think it's bloob or blob. I think it'd be more funny if it was blob, but I know it's not. Bloob. I think they're making some wheels, and I think they're cut the same way. This reminds me of like a full conical, right? Like if you're if you're really out there, a full conical cut, right? So you can lock in very easily. I mean, like literally when I set this up, I had to make myself go to bed because I was getting distracted, and I had work the next day. Today, yeah, these trucks. God damn, dude. Why they got it? See, and this is why people buy fucking Levi's. I mean, let's just be goddamn honest with you. I mean, come on now. You see what I'm saying? You see that? It looks like a like kind of like a crack. It ain't a crack. It's whatever. However they finished the hangers. It looks like a run, like someone fucking oversprayed and shit just. Yeah, dude. Bad job, Black River. No bueno. And there it is again. That's on the back truck. That's on the front. Yeah, dude. See what I'm saying, dude? I would gladly I will pay for the shipping just to send you back the fucking tool if you can just make them look like they used to. Like this right here. If I don't have any Levi's, but if they come looking like this, fuck the yellow base plate. I can do that myself. But dude, there's no imperfections on this. And these look very, very slender. And I feel like this is the best comparison, not only because they're both BRTs, but the wheel profile is kind of the same. I didn't mean to do that, but it just looks good. Um, I mean, in real life, if you were to run aces or some independents with a low board, right? I mean, I'm 31 years old, so yeah, I'm gonna ride some bigger wheels. So usually this is what my setup's gonna look like. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm not trying to do quadruple tray flips or nollie double cake flips. You know what I'm saying? Like that's out of my bag of tricks. I would rather not. Yeah, this is oh my god. This board is we're not here for that, so we won't talk about it, but yeah, that shit is amazing. It is. It's very good. It's very good. I'm very proud of my collection of boards. They're all good in their right time, right? But this thing is nuts. Um, I think cut wise, like I was showing you, this not cool with the oak RV2Vs is probably the closest cut I have as far as wheels. Um, I would say the closest plastic wheel I have is going to be to this cut is going to be those cart wheels, RV2Vs. Or no, not RV2Vs because those would be oaks. But I don't know. It's something like that. It's some fucking gold core. I don't know. It's some Rodney Mullen shit. But the wheel's big. I think it's like 8.5. So I think maybe even bigger than this. But I run it on a PC, uh, a shaped PC with Tech Deck trucks, and it's loose as shit. Uh, like, and I don't mean by like the wheel wiggling loose wise. Like the trucks are just, you know, it's a shaped board. It's for having fun. But I will tell you, cartwheels are good. I do like cartwheels, but they're not my cup of tea. They don't really look good. They work great. They're super smooth. They are. They're smoother than flat faces, in my opinion. I think they are. Um, but the material's different too. And I mean, there's like millions of options to get wheels from flat face. Like, I feel like that's the problem. I go on there and I'm just like, I get confused, and then I just stop caring because it sucks, and I don't want it. And yeah, so that's that. The Daytonas look very good. I actually already ordered that other Presto, so I think I'm just gonna order some Levi's, and I think I want some black ones, dude. Some fucking black Daytonas. I think that would slap. And since it's a shape deck, uh, I think I might order some board rails and some risers. Why not? Someone's got to do it. Um, so since we're talking about those Daytonas, man, ooh, upside down. This is good. This is very good. I like this. If I woke up from a slumber and someone showed me this, and they're like, "Hey, look, let's check your psyche," this this would probably make me smile. Whereas, like, let's there's some funny shit in here. Okay, give me a second. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah. No. I'd go right back to sleep. No, thank you. Good try. Yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. I like the grayscale and monotone. Um, here's the real thing. I like that you should be paying attention, right? Like you should look. You should look for what's actually in there, right? When you get stickers like this, it's a you already know what it says. It's a first glance thing, and you write it off. Fuck it. Mm-mm. You ain't doing that with this. Nah, you gonna read that shit and then probably look into it and be like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's good. That's what the people need. Same thing. And then, I mean, you could take it steps further. If you go on the Daytona Wheels site, there should be like a little blue vehicle. That is a Toyota RAV4. I want to say it's probably like a 2006 model. Um, if you have one, keep it, don't sell it because they're amazing vehicles. Put a solid front axle on that motherfucker and put like some 32.5s on it, like some TSL Super Swampers. You're solid. But look, this I'm pretty sure this is the door or a picture of the same RAV4 or that model, and then they cut out the door jamb. I like that. And then if you like really look into it, it's like a person, but the person's backwards. At least it looks like it. I don't know. I'd like to believe that the person's backwards. I don't know. I like looking at the art. I felt I find it fascinating. It's better than I don't know. I like art. I think it's sick. I feel like that's how you can really judge not a person, but like their thought process. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I like BRTs. I do. I do. I do. Um, I think they're better than Dynamics. Sorry. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Um, I really, I don't want to take this apart, I'm not going to, especially this. I'm just not going to. That's fucking nonsense. No, but um, yeah. I mean, you could tell like I'm not taking this apart anytime soon. Um, like I used it a lot last night, and it's phenomenal. I used it so much that it fell apart, and then had to put different tuning on it because it was not up to standard. But I really do like the BRGs, and there's a lot of aspects that go into it. But I thought that there would be like a super drastic change between only using BRTs when I'm used to dynamics or like reshaped tech trucks, which would be if you're like trying to do the math, dynamics are going to be your longest. And when I say longer, like they're not like crazy longer, but they will be longer. They will. It doesn't matter if you have the special edition or the regulars. Um, this is going to be your shortest wheelbase, right? Doesn't matter your deck. Um, if you have these trucks, if you have these trucks and you have dynamics, these are going to be longer. No, these are going to be shorter. Dynamics are going to be longer, right? Doesn't matter what you throw it on. Um, that's just the geometry of like the kingpin and how it's actually setting in the base plates. And like, dude, I would like to just fucking talk shit to CD player because I think he's funny. I think he's funny. I think he's funny. Like I'm ready for someone to fucking double drill base plates so you can just fuck with your geometry and just to hear him bitch. I would love it. Someone please do it. Right? I might do it. I got a drill press and I don't give a shit. So yeah, there's always that. We could get out there with the Makitas and a couple snap-on wrenches and just fucking go to town. But I gotta go to work. So this is great. If you don't have a Presto, um, you should. And maybe you're not ready for that. For that, we thank you. But this is I'm not gonna lie, man. This is uh, this is hard to say, but this board has really get back into like a solid headspace, I would say, and like just excited about the little things, right? Life is cumbersome. Life is worrisome. This isn't. It's nice to focus on something that is fun. Yeah, dude. I like this a lot. I think I don't know. I can't say uh, for the future because that would be silly. But from what I've seen online, um, the Levi's look good. And and here's the thing. I would go as far as saying if Levi's came in and I just wasn't vibing with them like these, I would just buy another set of 3.0s. I mean, if you really like dynamics, then you know run dynamics. Um, and I really like dynamics. They dynamics are kind of crazy because like when I set them up, like the board, like there is no like I'm trying to take pictures or anything like that. Like it's just like I feel like it's fucking ugly, but it works good. It works very good, like retardedly good. Um, and I think that's because I like long decks and very shallow decks. Low concave, flat baby. But this is a whole other story. This is like I would say this is like a freshwater. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a freshwater deep because the concave is pretty flat, but the kicks are they're higher than a saltwater, definitely, and they're higher than a dumb one. Um, I got some old dumb ones because I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I ordered a dumb one and it looks like a medium. That's that's the type of shit. Like when I'm at work and I read that shit, I just want to be like, yo, what's your address? I will buy you a router, right? And you could figure the rest out and just fucking cut the decks. Because that type of shit is nonsense. I don't like that type of activity. And usually those are the type of people that be like, yo, I need some free shit. Like, no, you don't. You need to take a lap. Yes, sir. Let me go get that other Presto, dude. I'm so impressed with Presto. dude. I'm trying to tell you, dude. I don't know what the fuck was going on when they were making these PC decks, but every time I open up the package and release the PCs to the ozone, dude, my room smells like it's aggressive. I like it. I do. Trust me, I do. But it's hard to concentrate. So, yeah, dude. Okay, here. Alright. Last night I was a little bit I was excited, if that makes sense. Yeah, so here we go. Boom Boom Bang, right? These are phenomenal. They are. And they're hand cut. You could see. You could see on the nose. It's not perfect. Like, ooh. Right over here. You can see it's a little bit lower than over on this side. But I like that. Because it's not like it's lower and they were just like, you know what, fuck this, we're not going to sand it. No. It is perfect. So, just a look out. Um, I know I put it up to a PC yesterday, so let's just look at a PC, right? Because, like, if you're buying boards like this, right, you know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a rabbit hole. So, if you like the art, just buy it. But, I love PC's art. But, I'm not gonna lie, the boards sometimes look fucking janky as shit. Um, I really like the board. It's like a I can't remember what it's called. It's like a clown, but it looks like the clown took a bunch of acid and he's just not having a good time. I like that deck a lot. There's like no tail, just a super long nose, and then I set it up with fucking dynamics, of course, dude. And it was just like it felt like a surfboard, and yeah, I think it's like Larry Goes to the Movies or something like that. Something like that. Great design. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that graphic didn't miss. This one is I don't know, but I mean, this thing is solid. It took a year, maybe even over a year, but it's solid. Just too short. Too short for me. And people always ask me, they're like, dude, do you want to sell it? No. So, here we go. Oh, this is interesting. So, the wheelbase is pretty similar. I would say maybe like a millimeter or two longer on the Presto than the PC. Um, but not that much. And the PC is a rally shape. So, um, I have other PCs, but they're locked up, right? They're hidden from me. So we're not going to go into the archives and get them out. It's not really that big of a deal. but I really like these Prestos. So we're gonna go Presto back to back. Right? And the one that's going to be a little bit longer is this one. And I mean, it's probably not going to, like, don't fucking look at the video and be like, you know what? That's the longest one and I need that. I can't guarantee that. And with the actual cuts, they are obviously done by hand. So the wheelbase is going to be, that's going to be locked in. But like the length and actually how, like, this could easily be a shovel nose, but it's like a limousine, and I really like that. I think the shovel nose is fucking played out. I mean, I love fucking Austin. Don't get me wrong, and hockey, but it's just like, dude, like this is the not cool. I mean, you could see it from the ass. Right? This is the ass. This is what you should be paying attention to, right? You could see that shit's a shovel, right? Like you could dig a ditch with this, which I like. I mean, sometimes. This is not a shovel. This looks like Cyrus Bennett. I like this. Good job, Presto. So, getting down to brass tacks again. Um, the board is very good. It's pressed extremely well. I mean, you could just see. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's exotic on the top. It, I thought it was like a dark maple at first, but upon further inspection, it's not. It's like some sort of exotic. I don't know, maybe like ran coffee grains over. Dude, they do some crazy shit in the Bronx. So, it, it whatever you did, I'm all for it. I support it. Um, and then you saw in the last video, like I had to like pay attention and actually care about the cut of the grip. Usually, I just fucking whatever. If it works, it works. Because I'm just trying to have fun. Like I'm not. I don't want to be a professional skateboarder. I don't want to be a professional fingerboarder. I just want to support people that like the same shit that I do. Because at the end of the day, I think that's cool. So let's keep it 100. And I like art, so if I can find the mix of those, the people that like art and that are in it for the same reason, then there we go. It's very easy. But yeah, I don't know, like, if that means anything to anybody. About to do some rudiments out here. So here we go. This will be funny. So here you go for all you urethane nerds. We're gonna do the plastic Daytonas. Right. That was the tail. That's the nose. And that's on BRT 3.0s. Now here's the not cool Dr. M with BRT 2.0s and Oak RV2Vs. And this setup is it weighs a little bit more. Like you can tell. just by you don't even have to do any tricks. You could just roll around. This thing is a fucking tank, and I love it. I'll never get rid of that. So yeah, press super good, and if you can see in the plies, like how I said, it started with that exotic. Then it goes red, yellow, green, and then like another exotic ply. So red, yellow, green, you got the Rasta. And then of course on the bottom you have what looks like an ashtray. Like something you'd find at a head shop. And then you have the Presto logo on there. But it's done so well. Like I know he didn't draw this, but he had to get Presto in there somehow. And I mean, Photoshop is fucking crazy. So, but you can see on the joint down here, you see the Presto, and then I'm trying to see what the concrete under the joint says. It looks like it says fart. I hope it says fart. That'd be fucking funny. Just a big old fart. But yeah, I like this a lot. Press very, very well. And I haven't, it doesn't really matter where I pop it from. There's like no dead spots. I don't ever really have that problem. At least with the boards that I purchase. I've witnessed boards have dead spots. But everything I've ever unboxed or reviewed for you guys, I've never had that problem. No. So we could just forget about that. Let's talk about these BRTs. I like them. I like them more than the Dynamics. I hate to say it. I do. But I think it's necessary. To me, and maybe this is just my journey, but like this does not feel as good as this. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Like this feels very good. It really, really does. Like there's no hate or shame on any of this that is on here. Like this shit is very good. Like this is the only other probably low mid that I have. But and see, you can see it. You can see it right here. So thank God I got this out. So here we go. We got a bonk up top with special edition dynamics, which is going to elongate the wheelbase. So the wheelbase should be longer up top, but it's not. On the bottom, you have the Presto with BRTs. So the BRTs should bring the wheelbase in. Yeah, dude, this is a great mold. Yeah, like if you're trying to get into longer decks, but like maybe you just don't have the money to just like buy a bunch of decks or whatever it might be. Yeah. And Now that I'm looking at it, I would still consider it a low mid, but I would say it's more of a low because of how long it is and where the kicks are, right? Like it's low and it's usable. Ah, I guess it's low mid. I don't fucking who cares? It doesn't look like a flat face. That's all you gotta know. That's all you gotta know. Check that bad Mamma Jam out. Um, yeah, damn, dude. All right, here, let's put it up to a catfish barbecue. This is a freshwater deep mold. Yeah, dude, you can. This is silly. So yeah, you can see the wheelbase right there. I mean, even if that's doing it favors, it's still short. Um, and yeah, that's a catfish freshwater deep mold. I like using that board every once in a while. It's kind of like a brain buster. It makes me think because it's short and it's fucking steep. I mean, it's really not that steep when if you've ever seen anybody else's setups. Sometimes you see some shit and you're like, God damn. Yeah, so here's a dumb one. And dumb ones have, I think, what is the wheelbase? I know the length is like 101, maybe 100. I think the wheelbase is like 98. Nah, that's way too close to 101. I don't know, it's fucking long. But, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Oh, that's why it feels good. Ooh. Okay. The plot thickens. The plot thickens out here, guys. So, I don't have a caliper on hand. And I know I keep saying that, but I'm a chef. I'm not a fucking mechanic. I don't walk around with calipers. If anything, I have a thermometer, but yeah, that's not going to do us any good here. These are looking just from the good old spectacles. We're looking we're looking locked in on dumb one wheelbase. And I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, the dumb like dude, these trips are so fucking loose, right? This is why we need the Leaf Eye activity, right? Because this board is kick ass, and I feel like it would do good with some Leaf Eyes. So don't look at the top truck because it's all fucked up. But if you look at the base plates, which you should be looking at anyways, um, yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, dude. Dumb ones are cool. Like these just fucking work, right? Like reshaped tech trucks and some fucking oak minis. Like these are microscopically small. And then yeah, I mean like have fun. Like don't look at the gap in the base plate right over here. Like don't go too fucking crazy on your brain, right? Fucking two screws. Why? Because we just needed the trucks on there. We're just trying to have a good time. Everybody's out here acting like they're trying to bust a nut. That is, we don't want that type of activity. At least I don't. Maybe you do. And if you do, um, congrats. I want to put it up to a worm because I like worms. I really do. I really do like worms. And this is also why I need some fucking Levi's. Um, because if you're spending $80 on a truck or a set of trucks, you shouldn't be taking your boards apart. You just shouldn't. I mean, that should be common knowledge, unless you're like a child. Yeah, but if you're spending $80 on a set of trucks, like once it's locked into a board, just leave it. Right? Just ride it. Um, if you have anything to be mad about, it's probably what board you chose to throw it on. But be mad at yourself. Don't fucking take it out on the base plates. It ain't gonna make anything better. So here we go. I think I've already shown this, but we'll do it again real quick, just in case I didn't. This is gonna be a catfish barbecue with some reshaped tech deck trucks. This is a saltwater with these are lab micros. If anybody wants to buy these lab micros, I will happily sell them to you. Um, I don't know. Lab is just not my cup of tea. I really like these labs, and these labs will forever stay on this board. Same with the trucks. This is just gonna go in a shadow box. Um, the board is great. I just don't want to fuck with it. It just it makes sense and it's really good. So we're gonna write it off. We're gonna put in our taxes. Yeah, but if you like fucking small wheels and you like labs, I got some micros for you. They are great wheels, but I just don't really ever use them. I think I've used these like 2 or 3 times. Um, yeah, they spin better than the Daytonas. Not that that matters to anybody or to the process in general, but yeah, dude, the Daytona, the Daytonas look like a fucking monster truck. I like that. I do. I do. So the the Daytonas on BRTs remind me of like a normal skateboard, right? Like, boom, we got the limousine. Look at the trucks, right? They look fucking normal, right? There's no inverted kink. There's no fucking crazy shit. Boom. The wheels, big boys, but they're cut conical. They are gonna lock in. If you want them to, they will. And what do you know? So yeah, I mean this. I mean, like, even if you went to the skate park, like, this wouldn't be like everybody's favorite skateboard, but I like it. It works for me, and that's all that fucking matters. I'm not trying to do a 900, right? I'm just trying to have fun. So I like that. So when I see something like this, like, yeah, yeah, I want the wheels of black. Make them in red. Make them in red. Yeah, and I know they say like I don't know what's on the website. It's like light squeak. Yeah, they're not as loud as oaks or these fucking labs. Yeah, I just don't understand the lore behind labs. They're cool. They're cool. I will say that um, I mean I have more labs than Joy Colts, but and I know I'm like kind of all over the place with sometimes I've gone through my past content and I'm like, yeah, Joy Colts are better than labs, labs are better than Joy Colts. Um, I think it really just depends on the surface area that you're riding on and what you're really trying to accomplish. Like, we really can't compare these two. Like, that's not, it wouldn't make sense no matter what you were trying to argue. Uh, Something would have the upper hand, and then it would just be like, okay, well, there is no like um, control here. It's just like it's all up in the air. Um, so yeah, I like urethane. I really, really do. It has its time and its place, though. It does. And urethane ain't cheap. So please don't really hit me up on those oak wheels because I might not get back to you. Um, Look at these. These are rolling fingers. And these are, I think they're mini wheel. And as you can see, like with this Tech base plate, like I painted that, right? So you can already tell, like, I didn't paint these. Those shit came from flat face yellow. But yeah, these are plastic wheels. These are like cores. I never understood why people would buy dual duros and like destroy the outer core. But I guess, um, and whenever you look at, I have a set of duros right here. I'm not going to break them in half so you can see the core, but we got this oof. Phenomenal. I like the shape, but it is so short. It is like we have a PC right here. I think it might be PC territory. Um, yeah. Ooh. Wheelbase is looking identical. Shape is definitely different though. So there's your wheelbase. You can see it's pretty much the same. Um, but you can just see how much shorter the PC is. So when I'm like, I can't ride it, I'm like, I don't want to sound like a pussy. Um, I hope no one thinks that I am when we're talking about fingerboarding, but yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense mathematically for me to use that. It hurts my brain. So yeah, here we go. We got some we got some dual duros over here from the master of the Mike Schneider. Yeah, if you are like just destroying the outer wheel just to get to the inside, don't do that. Don't. You could buy like a couple big pens and some bearings and just figure it out, man. I mean, it's not that hard. Like, get the bearing, core it out. There you go. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure when these separate, I'm pretty sure on the middle of the actual inner core, there's like a ring in the middle to kind of form the outer plastic and actually for it to lock to that dual duro, that Ronnie Mullen type shit. Yeah, because every time I've ever seen somebody that had dual duros and they've gone that route to get the core, it looks like there's a very skinny line going down the middle of the wheel. So these would be black cores, and they would be like a line down it, and they look shitty. So do not do that. I mean, if you want to, by all means, you could put gas in Schneider's car. I think he's I think he's rolling around in a Benz. It wouldn't surprise, dude. That would make my day. Like if I was just getting some fucking gas, it'd make more sense if he was like in a Tesla. But if he pulled up in like a Benz or like a G wagon, that'd be a story to talk about. So yeah, these wheels are good. These are my favorite plastic wheel. Um, I would say, I would say, and let's just give her thanks. Um, close second is going to be these dual duros. They're fucking good. Like they're hard to not like. They're good. They're very good. Um, nah, I don't think those are not next. I do like I have some Ill Pills minis that are plastic. These wheels are really good. I don't know. This setup just fucking is like this setup as a shapeboard is like this. Like when you pick it up, it's kind of hard to stop. Like you just kind of focus and it just starts to make sense. So these are like early leaf fires or some vortexes. I don't know. These are ill pill minis, but these are plastic. I got these on sale. It's a hell of a deal. I think from Kim's. I think that's where I got that stupid ass looking sticker from. There, yeah, yeah. There's the cheese, fucking the thief of the cheese. And dude, yeah, on a Ford. And yeah, this Ford is phenomenal. All Fords are phenomenal. But yeah, dude, this shit is super fun. I think this is the Dolan shape. I hope I'm right. If I am, good job, Ford. Because if I remembered that, then you're doing something right. Yeah, Bill Pill Minis, plastic. Good shit. And for some reason, they're like pretty squeaky. Yeah, I'm not like really that big of a fan of the squeak. I don't like urethane because it squeaks. I like urethane because it grabs. And it just feels different. But yeah, these they say they don't squeak. Oh my god! See, this just feels. It feels so much better. I like this a lot. All right, so let's talk about some wheels again. Here's some cartwheels, and yeah, we'll put them up next to the Daytonas, and this is on a PC, and some reshaped tech deck trucks with some. I think this might be Anxiety Offline. Yeah, Anxiety Offline, Lightworks bushings on the bottom, and Frenzy Lucy's on top. So I mean, this is definitely like a transition setup or just slapping in everything in sight. Um, yeah, so it's a monster truck, and on this PC, this is the thing about PC is there's different molds. So like this wheelbase on this PC is longer than the other PC that I have. And then that Jerry Goes to the Movies, the one with the clown that looks like he just fucking ate a bunch of acid. It's like the cut on the bottom is very short like this, but the size is not the same. Like there is no rigor mortis over there like a fucking bunch of cuts. But yeah, this thing I really like this. This is good. These wheels though, that's what we're here to talk about. Um, they're plastic. But if you can hear that, I don't know. So the cartwheels are going to be this, right? The sound they sound smooth, but these are the Daytonas. These sound smooth, but they sound these sound like just more solid. Like these are very very light, and they're a pretty big wheel. So I don't know. If you like really light setups, cartwheels are probably going to be a little bit better for you than the Daytonas. But then again, I'm running Daytonas on BRTs, so I don't know. I have yet to put them on dynamics, and I don't think I want to. So there's that. Here we go. This should be interesting. This is gonna be a funeral. Um, I really haven't used this board. I've probably used this for like 10 or 12 minutes. I just kind of set it up and forgot about it. But this is going to be, you can see in the tail, the tail's pretty short and the nose is pretty long. Um, like laughably long, whereas like this nose is long, but the tail isn't short. I mean, you can see it from upside down since you can't see the holes in the board from the grip side. Um, yeah, nose up top, tail on the bottom. So you can see like the nose is pretty long, but nothing is like chopped off or like the geometry wasn't like fucked around with. Whereas this, it's a lot easier to see from here. Um, yeah, it almost starts to kind of look like this. Not as drastic, but um, if you ride this for a little bit and then you jump on this, it's a lot easier to use. Whereas if you were just to go from like a popsicle with a long nose to another popsicle, um, that would also make sense. So these two kind of feel similar. This one feels way better, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. And these wheels, which is why I brought this up. I'm pretty sure these are like some. Yeah, these are some CNC China wheels, dude. These don't these don't roll at all. I mean, they roll, but yeah, that's why we put it on a funeral. Funeral makes good boards. So, um, please don't please don't hate me for that. I just funeral just isn't it for me. I just I don't really like their shapes. I really just don't like their wheelbase, and I really just don't like their graphics. Not all of them. I mean, obviously, because I have a couple, um, and they're phenomenal. But it's not like a hit after hit after hit where I'm like, damn, yeah, these are good. These are I need it. Nah. So and it just it also reminds me too much of kind of like, and I hate to say this too. It just reminds me of like how fucking awesome is right now at their level and Supreme, where it's just like I know you guys can do better. What are you doing? Um, but then again, I don't own a company, so what the fuck? Nothing that I say matters. I do like this shape though. It's kind of crazy because I said I don't like any of their shapes. I do like this shape here. Let me show you another funeral that I have set up because I do think this shape is way more interesting and more appeasing, and I would rather pick this up and just fuck around and actually use the board than this. What is this? These poor pyros. I mean, they don't get any use because what the fuck, dude? I mean, a better grip job would not do this board any justice because it looks like a 1990s cell phone or like a pager, bro. This is a brick. And then also, here you go. You got to think about it. This is another reason to think about stepping down from a 34 to a 32, because then I don't know. It just starts to get you start to get into shapes that make sense. I don't know how anybody rides a 36 or a 38. I have yet to have some caramel trucks, and I don't think I want them. Actually, I don't think I know I don't want them because they don't serve me any purpose. I don't want a board that big, right? If I wanted a board that big, I would just make it. Like I can get veneers and I can press some shit, but I think it's cool to see others' thought process on like skateboarding and then scaling it down, because some of the ideas are downright amazing to like where I kind of kick myself in the ass, like just looking at it. I'm like, damn, dude, like that. I never thought about it like that. Like, damn, that. You know what? Yeah, that is it. You know what? That's good. Um, and then sometimes you run across shit that just sucks, and you're just like, what the fuck? Is this like Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory out here? Are you just making kicks as high as you can? Yeah, dude, no. Um, this is a perfect example right here. So, this is a Ford, and we're not really here to talk about Ford because we are talking about Presto, but this is a Ford. I like this Ford. It's red, and there's just a bunch of F's on it for Ford. That's it. I put a dumb one sticker on there, and these trucks with some ill pill minis, plastic, and this one doesn't miss. It just doesn't. It's a banger. Yeah. Sounds like China. I was about to say it smells like China. It doesn't. It kind of. All I can smell is that fucking PC, dude. The lacquer on that one is strong, and for that we thank you. But yeah, this one's tight. This one's tight. So if you if you happen to have some ill pill minis, I think what I was trying to talk about was the ill pill minis in plastic feel kind of like these as far as grip goes. Definitely not the same weight. But so that is on the Ford with the ill pills. Little power slide. So a little squeak. Nothing crazy. Um and this is the fan favorite. I mean, you can just hear like the dents. I like this a lot. It's kind of unfair. It is. It is. It just feels. Damn, it just feels so much better than everything else that I have set up. Other than Other than this, I really do like this. I like it a lot. Like this, I'll do a fucking quick tier list for you guys. Cause my whole thing is like I have so many boards and they're all fucking bangers. So it just kind of really depends on my mood, right? Because like sometimes I want to ride transition, sometimes we're just doing ollies. But yeah, let's say number one. Favorite board of all time that I have set up. Hmm. I would probably say this dumb one. Um, this is 32, and then this dumb one's 34, and these two are always set up. They just are. This one is really really loose, and oak minis on it with tech deck trucks, reshaped and polished, and then this is on Dynamics 34s special edition with some Zane shit tuning and flat face gold. I don't know what the fuck these are. They're good though. I like them. I've had them for a long time, like 13 plus years. So with these dumb ones, um, this feels a lot different than this just because of the trucks and how it's set up. So if I need something a little bit wider, here it is. And I really like this. The wheels are really small though, so this is like really, really, I wouldn't say like tech because it is super flat. So like as tech as you're gonna see me is like a nollie flip. Just to let you know. I mean that nollie flip might be wet, but I mean it's not gonna be like a nollie flip, under flip, CD player type activities. We're not doing that. I'm not putting my fingers upside down for anybody, not even myself. Yeah. So that's those are number one. I really like dumb ones. Fucking arrest me. Um, I would say number two. That's not cool. It is the shovel nose. I'll explain in a second, but it is just super good. Um, I'm pretty sure this is the one that he collaborated with Dr. M. But for me, this board isn't for everything, right? Like this isn't um like I gatekeep this deck. I can't ride it every single session because I will lock into this and like 5 minutes later, like everything is just landed, right? Because then I don't know, maybe it's the trucks, maybe it's the bushings that are in there, um, maybe it's the oaks that are on here, maybe it's the shovel nose, but like literally, you can just like place your finger and frontside flip it and just don't move your hands, and it will just hard flip like like nuts too. Like you just yeah, dude. This is I love this board. I love the setup. I'm really pissed off that BRT 3.0s aren't as well executed as their counterparts, at least in my opinion. Because dude, look at this, bro. These are good looking. Those oaks are looking crazy too. I'm glad people are thinking about actual skateboarding. Like, Vlad, good job, right? Because, I mean, yeah, he gets it. Um, these are good. All right, so let's say, second favorite. This is like a very old catfish. I got this from a reseller, and this is a saltwater. Um, and I really like this. This is a saltwater. I really like this a lot too, but not as much as this. And let's look at them. All right, so just for reference, I'll show you. They are both running Tech trucks. This one has organic minis. The trucks are reshaped, and there's tuning on it. And then this has, I think it's anxiety offline tuning in lab micros. And they are both 32 millimeter saltwaters. And they are probably not going to match up. Ooh. Actually, I mean, they're closer than I thought. Yeah, I think, no, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. This one just feels um more comfy. It's like it's short. For me, I think it's short. I think it's short. Yeah, I mean, okay. So wheelbase wise, I think they're the same, but you can see, and that's even given the old one a little bit of grace. Yeah. So I would say this saltwater is definitely longer than this, and this just feels excellent. It does. It's fun. It's fun. It's not too fucking serious. Um, and that's how it should be. This, I like this. It's long, and I mean you can just tell right off the bat, like right, right when I flip it over, like as soon as you see the board rails, like you can tell the board is flat. This is a good looking board. This is very good looking. I like this a lot. I want I want some Levi's on this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. I just do. Why not? Who cares? I think it'd be a good thing. So yeah, if you never had a saltwater catfish, yeah, dude, just go to work. Like, right, just go to work. Like, spend like a couple hours at work, and then go home and order one. I mean, that's all there is to it. You might like it. I'm pretty sure you would. So after that, I don't even know. This should have came up earlier, because this is a daily grind right here. This also needs some Levi's. These wheels are phenomenal. These abstracts, yeah, these are abstract slims, and they are almost as skinny as joy quotes. They are not as skinny, but they're pretty close. they're kind of beveled out after the contact patch. They're kind of like, yeah, like a normal wheel would be. I've never seen wheels like this in real life. I'm waiting for someone to try it just to see fucking urethane crack. That'd be a hoot and a holler. I would, yeah. That's what TikTok should be. Just like people doing the most absurd shit that obviously is not gonna work in real life. That's what I want to see. Um, yeah, we got the swarm, man. Also, like, this is, I can't even really like rank those boards, because they all have a different use. At least the way I use them. I mean, I'm sure you could give this to somebody else, and their trick selection might just be totally different. They might not want to run these wheels on here or these trucks or whatever, or board rails. But this is a good one. This one, I don't even. I feel like yeah, we're just, you know what? We're just gonna take this sticker off. I just why? I don't think yeah. I don't I don't want my skateboard to say fuck off or my fingerboard. Alright, that looks a little bit better. The fuck off was just too aggressive. Like what? This one's good. But they're your thing.